All right, it's 12:30. So welcome back, everyone, for the last and final session of day one on the DXP track here at Acquia Engage. We are delighted to be joined by Eddie Frey, Chief Revenue Officer over at Spryker, and frankly, one of our most fantastic partners for all things commerce. Eddie's going to walk us through a really, really interesting subject around marketplaces, which is probably the number one most interesting and frankly, one of the largest opportunities any brand undergoing an e-commerce transformation or strategy has at their disposal today, and yet one that's typically inherently complex. So Eddie, I know you have a lot of content to go through. Why don't I hand it off to you and we'll get going.
Yeah, first of all, thanks, Alex. Thanks, Acquia, to giving me the stage and the honor to close the day. What I heard so far, it was fantastic. So thanks for joining my session. And as you said, no further ado, to kick it off, 15 minutes I have to bring you to marketplace. So that's quite not a long time. So it's more a teaser. So just to introduce myself briefly, I'm Edmund Frey. Most of the people call me Eddie. So feel free to approach me that way. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer responsible for all our go-to-market for direct sales as well as partners. So today's topic is covered in a way, but I thought I'd give it a bit of advertisement, or at least check in on whom does know Spryker already. So like the question to the table is like, who is Spryker? If you not have heard of us, let me make a statement here. So we are the leading digital commerce platform when it comes to composable commerce. You will find us at the Gartner Quadrant and great testimonials why we are a good partner in crime. So we run B2B, B2C, unified commerce, or marketplace in a single modular platform. So we'll learn more about it, but that's it for that. We run with packaged business capabilities to drive it for the businesses. We are truly headless, which that's why a partnership with Acquia makes absolutely sense, who's the head to the body, I'd say. And we are customizable like good old times in on-prem, but on a hyperscaler. So we choose a platform as a service model, which is way more of a benefit in the commerce world than just SaaS. To give you a Spryker view at a glance, we are the fastest growing digital commerce vendor. We just crossed the 400 people team size. We'll look at a 500 by end of this year, and we'll double our team following year consequentially. And that's exactly also how our revenue growth looks. At the moment, we grow 130%, and we plan for next year another 100. So quite at speed. And this is thanks to the customer who take ourselves as a partner, as well as our partners. We look at over 150 plus SIs, global as well as local, and technology partners like Acquia to strive the best of breed offer we have to the market. We operate across the globe, whether it is in EMEA, North, Central, South. We have APAC customers and branches, as well as this year launched in North America as businesses as well. So overarching, we look at 150 plus enterprise primarily clients. And to give you a bit of a flavor of who are the clients we have when we talk enterprise, you see it's cross vertical. Whether it's a Siemens Healthineers, where we drive their B2B notion to 18 countries of the world, or a grocery store like Aldi South, where we are the full stack e-commerce of the future with unified commerce, click and collect, as well as delivery. Or Ricoh in the printer space, where we drive the B2B and B2C notion, but also the future marketplace component. So very interesting case in this one. And other logos, as you see, again, it's just 15 minutes. Feel free to hop on our website to check out if you're in the area of a use case or an equivalent. The story I tell here, it doesn't matter if you're B2B, a B2C company, or you're going for D2C. We are a platform for any of the enterprises. And that is exactly what keeps us up within our vision. We are here to enable sophisticated transactional business models beyond retail, beyond e-commerce, and beyond desktop. So to fulfill this vision, let me double click a bit of what we mean by going beyond. There's the light going on. We are also checking on sources. So our light is here only by movement. So I didn't move enough on the energy level. Sorry for that one. So go beyond is what has to be clarified a bit when we say go beyond retail. What do we mean by that? commerce was invented for retail to bring goods to the internet to be sold along that. Basically, we see a lot of other verticals in the meantime haven't taken the same theme. But also, when we say go beyond retail, we see a blend of different verticals coming together, like mobility. Car manufacturers are meeting car rental services or other mobility services to combine it for a new vertical. So absolutely, we're the right partners to go beyond to test those. When I say go beyond e-commerce, that means different business models. We are happy to join on MVP to test out market like marketplace, but also we see a lot in B2B. They want to go downstream to their customer, skip level or join partnerships with their retails to go into a D2C motion. Or in retail, where it's not just one channel, it's a unified commerce approach or smart homes. This is way beyond the e-commerce stack. And when we say go beyond desktop, I mean, mobile first is a no-brainer. Everybody has adopted to that theme. But there's way more channels nowadays. When you consider what is a car driving autonomous very soon, isn't that another brick and mortar store where you can sell or buy goods or consume other services? Or if you consider augmented reality as a channel, like voice is another channel, or vending machines or predictive maintenance machine ordering their goods themselves. That is what we mean, why we want to partner with you going beyond desktop. And that's the topic. We are approaching the market not as a vendor selling software. We come along together with partners like Acquia to go beyond, to unlock digital potential you not have thought about, because the new methods, the new platform, the new ways and routes in digital are quite unlocked at most of the customers when we talk to them. So I thought, based on this, we did some research, what we do with customers, what we do with partners. I bring the top 4 key trends we ask to watch or to team up and check it out. Of course, enterprise marketplaces, that's where I dig a bit in today. Sales commerce is something which, with the pandemic, has hit the B2B area where sales reps still were selling goods like my team, as well as in manufacturers or any other B2B businesses. We had to propel the digital platforms supporting their motion, not to see a customer, whether it's conferencing software or commerce, to have the catalog at the fingertips with guided selling procedures. So that's a hard and a very fast-raising topic. Another one, as I already mentioned, unified commerce. Retail got hit by closed stores within the lockdown scenarios. We had to find ways to our customers, which they are now here and they will not go away anymore. I heard retailers saying, I will never be an online retailer. I am a discounter. I need the people joining my brick and mortar businesses. They are now thriving to fulfill all the funnels. And interestingly enough, when we talk to retailers, now they've been transforming themselves to unified commerce. They start to put vending machines and cashless go MVPs out there. So now the beast is unreleased. Check that one out if you're interested. There's so much examples we've created also together with Acquia to find what's going on in this area. And last but not least, a hard trend, which is around for quite a while, but I think the adoption has now started. It's not just an Alexa at home or some smart metering. There's so much more to come on services. I run an elder care myself. You want to know how is your grandpa or grandma doing in electronic ways? Did they drop on the floor? Is the alarm going off? So a lot of IoT comes to the smart homes as well as to the B2B manufacturing and other supply chain areas. But as promised, I don't want to bore you with all the 4 topics today in 15 minutes. I can just speak faster, but it will not be enough. So Alex, happy to touch one of the other 4 on our roll, but today it is everything about enterprise marketplaces. It's the hottest topic in the industry by far. And let me tell you why marketplaces will accelerate the digital growth, what I just mentioned, and will propel it out of the gates. First of all, there's a number, as I saw it, and this is not my number, it's from analysts. They have done the research. In the year 2020, not shy of a number of 2.67 trillion have been spent globally on the top 100 marketplaces. Now, you should ask yourself the question, maybe your boss asked it, are you participating already in that number? If not, it's time to have a double click on marketplaces. If that's not enough of a number, you think you're playing in the commerce space, you're only playing in the 38% of the businesses online. because 62% on the sales made in online retail is already a marketplace sale today. Are you participating in that number? If not, it's time to consider and have something about it. So we are excited about their business models. Every second request from the market on any vertical is hitting us, and to be a team and a partner up. So having those numbers, if you tie up the growth momentum, we also see on our side is true for the top 100 marketplaces. In the year 2019 to 20, we saw a 30% growth in the number. And the analysts brought that forward, that we see to the year 2025, an uptick on another 200% in growth momentum. So definitely there's something in it. So we ask ourselves the question, like, hell, that's kind of something we have to understand better. Like, so we did analysis and checked in on prospects, on customers with our partners. Like, what are the key reasons why marketplaces have become super relevant? And yeah, not shy, I brought them in quite an order. First of all, organic growth, which we're all looking after, is a difficult thing in your market. Whether you're in retail or in automotive manufacturer or in the pharmaceutical area, to grow with what you got today is not easy. And as you not grow at market speed means you lose market share. So marketplace helps to enlarge your offer to the market, gives you new routes to market, gives you new partnerships on the vendor side, right? So what we see, customers are searching for one-stop solutions to fulfill the needs. If you're not able to offer a Nutella along with your basket because you only have own goods in this one, your customer will skip the basket and move somewhere else. So you have to have a marketplace to have a better offer. And then this starts, you want to compete in the long tail of your products, as just mentioned. That is only doable if you include the vendors, if you don't want to build every stock yourself, having all the goods, all the services delivered by your company. So that has a lot of scaling risk effect if you want to compete in the manner of having a one-stop shop solution. So having said that, we see those 5 key drivers to bring an enterprise marketplace to swing, like we see with our customers today. First of all, of course, what I just mentioned, to decrease the inventory risk coming along to offer a better and a wider offer. Second, you want to increase the buying frequency and your customer loyalty. When your offer is bigger, you will be found more often via Google or other search engines. And then the customer loyalty will also stick better when your offer is always complete. I always say it's like the Walmart syndrome. When you are in a stop shop, you shouldn't go with not having bought everything you need. That is what you can fulfill with a marketplace. And then the buyer will most likely come because he always finds what he needs at his fingertips. And as already mentioned, I think we see a lot of services nowadays being combined with the goods or the products being offered. Whether it's a retailer we have in Saudi Arabia who got up of a 30% more sale just to offer the TV to be hanging on the wall by a service technician. That simple offer drove a 30% uptick in revenue. Can you imagine? This is differentiation. So if you're not offering that one, you might fall behind because it's an additional services. Similar to Ricoh, who started to build the services into the offer of selling their printers and having the technician coming and install it in the infrastructure. You do this in the same offer. So absolutely one of those key drivers we see that is a combination of product, services, and sometimes also subscription as a new way of engaging on the business model side. I already mentioned it's not just to have a higher buying frequency, you also have a better reach, more products, more search, and more reach without. And if you're stuck in a country because you only have a brick and mortar offer when you're in retail, you can easily test the waters having a marketplace and an online offer to a different market, to a different country, to a different vertical. So definitely was as a key driver what we see with our customers. And last but not least, all the points are leaving nothing else but decreasing the customer acquisition costs and the TCO in the same way. So that's the dream of every CEO, which marketplace can fulfill. more to offer, maybe a better price margin model, lower CAC and a better reach. I mean, this is like dreams land. And I think this is fueling the numbers, what you just heard from me. All right. I cannot conclude if I not bring forward like why we at Spryker are the right partner together with Acquia to drive a marketplace engagement. First of all, we have key market capabilities, so-called package business capabilities in our platform. So marketplace out of the box, split order to mix and match what your customer wants, whether it's your goods or the third-party vendors, operator and merchant dashboards to manage the vast majority you can onboard to your platform, to have the offer and product management in a marketplace style in your commerce stack, the operator back office to drive all of that, as well as, most importantly, a merchant portal. The good news, it doesn't need to replace your commerce suite. It can be attached, so there's no rip and replace. Because we are modular, we've seen clients of us just put whatever in an MVP way, their marketplace functionality next to the stack, have Acquia as a head, if it's already there, integrate the backend, and here we go. You can MVP and test the topic of marketplace and run reality and then scale it out to the enterprise. So we've seen two different models based on this. As mentioned, enterprise marketplace as the extension. And on the other hand, of course, if we want to spin off something as a topic you want to try out, which we did with PackMart, it's a spin-off of Krones as a company. Krones is the top supplier of bottle filling machines around the globe. Because they have good connections to Heineken, Coca-Cola, and they have distribution to be done, they completely spin off PackMart as a packaging service to the market and test out new ways. So whether it is an extension to your existing commerce to enhance your offer, or a standalone where you even spin off, your choice. We at Spryker and Acquia are the right partners to test the waters. So basically, we are an enabler. So modular as we are, having all the front-end possibilities and the back-end integration, we can facilitate what we call the composable commerce notion. We are fueling business models beyond marketplace. So if marketplace worked out, you might want to add a B2B, a B2C, a D2C type of commerce store with it. No problem. We have that in the same platform and scale that country, different brands to an enterprise type of business. Like Soulcibility, good example. You want to find out, we have 550 million SKUs. They are the biggest electronic marketplace in the United States. One of our top reference customers. We also had him on our stage just most recently, where that is exactly the case. And we can scale because we are running on cloud native PaaS, whether it's Black Friday, single day, or whatever day. We are not frightening anything. A lot of SKUs, a lot of different countries, and a lot of transactions can be handled by the platform in a secure way. So let me conclude with the top 3 business values. We are here to increase the conversion and revenue by the methods I was mentioned. We will empower the scale without inventory and limited risks. We can allow you the intro of new products and new services, means more revenue and a better quality for all of your customers. And that's how I want to conclude. Acquia and Spryker, we are a strong team. We are headless, Acquia is the head, and together we share the same principles of what we call a composable enterprise to drive the future, and marketplace as a new topic to be tested out in an affordable and agile way. So Alex, I think I'm going to conclude here. Who want to learn more, feel free to follow me on my LinkedIn account. Alex, I hope I was on time. A lot of content in a short time, and I hope it wasn't too boring for the audience here, and it was reasonable. And
right on the money. Thank you so much. And to that end, as complicated as a marketplace can be, I really don't think we could find a better coupling of solutions, particularly with a low-code approach to building out these sites, the portals that are needed to afford every merchant on your site with the information about the products and assets that they need to use, and ultimately the data foundation that underpins every single experience. So thank you so much, Eddie. If you do have any questions, please engage with us. Add Eddie on LinkedIn, add me on LinkedIn, email us, and I hope you truly enjoy the rest of Engage tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Light turns off. That means something. Alex, thanks. Reach out on LinkedIn. Any questions? If you want to learn more about one of the examples, just click in, send me a note. I'm happy to respond. Let's go.
Let's go.